hallmarking, of course, will help this industry get organized. And as far as categories go in sense of silver, whether it is about jewelry, investment, gifting, all of that seems to be doing quite well as well. But when it's about the festival season, it also is about gold buying, which comprises of 88% of the jewelry purchases by Indians, while gemstones make just about 2%, even as their prices are less volatile. But can this trend change over the next few years? To discuss that, we are now joined by Abhishek Sand, he's co-founder and director at Savio Jewellery. Abhishek, hi, good to have you. And I do understand that we are predominantly a gold buying market. Silver seems to be doing quite well. Diamond is making a strong penetration here as well. But when it comes to gemstones, it's a very strong, smaller number though, holding steady. Are you looking at more people buying, understanding, getting aware by gemstones?
Well, gemstone is the new gold. See, after gold and silver, gemstone is the new gold.
Mr. Goyal said silver is the new gold.
I'm telling you, gemstone is the new gold because see, if there is a shakiness between the diamonds, the best gap is being filled by the gemstones. And the gemstone has no replica. The design that you make in jewelry, if you see any piece around the world, what identical difference that you create in every piece is contributed by the gemstone. So every gemstone that you buy differs from the previous one. And that is the designing element, the creativity and the possession happiness that a customer has after buying gemstones. So gemstone is going rapidly and you see emerald, ruby, blue sapphire. It was all about semi-precious and semi-precious. It's all gone. You'll see kunzite, tanzanite, kyanites, any stone and every stone studded in jewelry and selling around the world.
Abhishek, what would you say is the demand growth then when it comes to the Indian markets? The base is, of course, low, but what is the growth that you're seeing?
So see, already there is a different HSN code if you talk about the color stone gemstone jewelry, which is rising every single time because it's not just the domestic market, markets like America, Europe, everyone is now keen on gemstone jewelry. If you just go on Google and type Tiffany, Cartier, Bulgari, Van Cleef, any brand, just name it, and the front page will be of gemstone jewelry. So they are getting the high affluent class customers in the form of gemstone jewelry buyers. And the trend is going upwards. They're getting great response in the gemstone jewelry. So by gemstone, I just don't want to say that it's only gemstone. It's with diamonds, but yet, but yes, the main accent part, the attraction part is gemstone. So just imagine a 100-carat emerald sitting in the center of the neck piece. I mean, you'll be the party rocker, and that is what the trend is right now. Gemstones are rocking.
All right, 100 carats is still some time to come. But when you compare gemstones with diamonds and Indians, I do understand that all the major weddings that have happened in India have been about colored gemstones. That clearly seems to be making inroads right now. But would you say it still is a very tier one, not even tier two or tier three story when it comes about gemstones? Or do you see awareness and aspirations beginning to show in numbers?
Now, that is a very intelligent question because India is very popular in the places like, Mumbai, Delhi, and all these metros. But the gemstone is making way to the tier 2, 3, and even tier 4 cities. Now, this is the role point because when a consumer is searching mobile or taking a mobile and seeing various brands, they're just coming across with the images or all the big fat weddings where they get inspired to buy jewelry. They're all seeing gemstone jewelry. Now, even the tier 2, 3 city have a great mobile access and internet access. And that is helping in the gemstone sale overall. So jewelry set with gemstones is even rising in the sale point and figures of tier 2 and tier 3 cities also within India, and not just in India, around the world, in the remotest of the locations, with the help of internet and the glamour that the gemstone brings in, it is penetrating inside the non-metro and non-big cities as well.
Abhishek, lend it on some numbers then. And what is the overall market that you see of gemstone? If there is a percentage point that you could put in sense of India's demand growth, what is that? And how are the gemstone prices doing right now? Because diamond prices in the last 2 years have been very volatile.
So this year we're expecting nearly doubling of the gemstone figures because the gemstone loose was a great consumption, but gemstone as a jewelry is rising very good. And even the HSN code is on the rising curve of the gemstone jewelry. And yes, we might see a greater surprise than that as well. It can double this year.
Hmm. Abhishek, also, what about the prices? Are they equally volatile like diamonds? Have they been holding firm? Have they been growing?
So as it is all rare and natural and all mined gemstones, so it is getting into scarcity. And you'll see emerald, rubies, blue sapphire, kunzite, kyanites, tanzanites, all these gemstones are all mined. So the rarity and the availability is shrinking every year. So the prices are rising up. You'll see fine gemstones rising in the price around 30% as well in a particular year. So anything that you have bought last year, say a 20 carat emerald or Russian emerald, and then you can expect a 30% rise in the resale value today of gemstone.
Hmm. Abhishek, when you look at natural diamonds, it is said that 80% of that comes in from institutions. So it is more organized as a market. But when you look at gemstones, the number falls to perhaps a 50%. It's a 50-50 in sense of organized and not. Is that improving?
So, as far as pricing is concerned in the gemstone, like for diamonds, we have a wrapper code, we have a standardization, and by which any piece around the world, if you have, you can get the price through wrapper code. But with gemstones, it is not so. And we have to find the reason. The reason is that every gemstone cannot be categorized because it has a very unique and identical feature of that gemstone itself. So the pricing standardization becomes a very big problem. The unorganized and organized sector, because now the governments around the world and in India are growing towards the organized sector. So yes, the figures will rise because the market is already big of gemstone, but it's not in the organized sector. But right now, if you see the trend is moving towards the organized sector, you'll see the biggest player of the retail segments. Even Aditya Birla has joined the jewelry sector. Tanish doing well. It was not there like 7 or 10 years back. But today, people want to buy in an organized sector. They want to buy from the organized sector. So that is one of the biggest reasons that this gemstone jewelry and gemstone segment is also getting organized and growing better. So that is the only way how the figures grows up. And we can actually assess how much the growth is there in the gemstone jewelry business. So yes, the figures are rising and it's moving towards the organized sector.
I'll wind down this conversation with one more question, Abhishek, and this one is on your expectation on what you are expecting from this festival season now. Well, the gold guys have spoken, so have the silver guys and jewelry and diamonds and studded. But what is the sense from the gemstones?
See, every gemstone guy I have met, they have stocked in like crazy. They have bought their maximum capacity, even 40 to 50% higher. They're seeking this Diwali to be one of the best because the people who were buying maybe some big solitaires are still maybe waiting for a while. But yes, they are not waiting for the gemstone. They are buying gemstones like crazy. And this Diwali, diamonds are shining, gold is shining, silver is shining, but the best shine will be of gemstones, mark my word.
All right. Abhishek Sand, thank you so much for joining in and making in sense of a gemstone as a segment, which really seems to be growing quite strong. As said, it's 2% of a penetration for the Indian markets, but growing at a 40 to 50% of a space and clearly catching everybody's eye. So colored gemstones clearly seems to be the flavor in this festival. But with that, let's stop for a very short breather. On the other side, we will be taking all the sense of the sugar markets, because that's yet another thing that the consumption will increase during the festival markets. What is the maths and numbers? We'll tell you.